Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Sanders. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
You look at this Browns defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's complete to Wicks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Here we go. At the 36-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Calling a gain of a yard. And it'll be 2nd down. The Bengals had a struggling 3-13 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
White 80. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort. Turn it into a successful play.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Let's get set. They can't. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Here we go. White 80. Stop.
On the give, it's Vidal. He shoves him away. Fighting through, he's got space. And he is out of bounds before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here we go. Right 80. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Well, that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and
4. 11, MT, Tate. Here we go, here we go. Right 80, 11, Thomas. Stop.
Now Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Here we go.
On play action, here's Shedeur. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's second down. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have this short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
11, MT, Tate. Here we go, here we go. Stop. Stop.
From midfield now, Burrow. He connects quickly to Jamar Chase. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second in a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second and a couple.
Here we go. 12, right in. Stop.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26.
That's good.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80, 11 MT, 11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Fortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
On the zone read, this is Jenkins. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. To throw now, here's Sanders. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Once again, Jenkins. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. That is caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. The kick by Carlson is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now with 10-6. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
On 1, right?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number 1, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. 11. Ready?
Burrow will throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. Big 13.
Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Sanders to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Sanders. That's to his running back, Quinshon Judkins. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This one now in their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go. Here's Sanders. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Sanders. This one is complete to Judkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Cleveland.
Let's go now. Fix the Eagles, fix the Eagles. 19, 18, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, Pirates, 18, 60 Bobcats. Rocco.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. But these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Now a 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80, 79 Broncos.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. But the man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Browns are once again back in front. Carlson now to add the extra point. Big problems there on the conversion. A poor snap. It's no good. kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Jones hit and the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them a possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Second and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Moving past the 35. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12. 180. 180. Hot.
Here's Burrow. On the right side open is Gesicki. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
At the 46-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's got his man on the crossing route. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's good.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Cowboy 80. Dragon 60.
Now Sanders. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Second and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Sanders. That's going to be caught. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go. Viking 18.
The final shot before break. Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Carlson on for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Ready.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, Browns.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Ready. Cougar 19. Just the Eagles.
Here's Sanders. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop in behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. Brings up third.
Throwing, Sanders. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. To throw is Sanders. Throwing on 4th down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd down and a yard.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60
Back to throw. Sanders. It's only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as they move the sticks again.
First down. A gain of 1 yard.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Get it. Ready.
A give up the middle. Judkins. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Carlson is good. And And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here we go, here we go. Up, down. 180. Down.
Now Burrow. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on.
The center receiver in motion to the right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle. Still on his feet. Inside the 20.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Quinshon Judkins, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Now receiver in motion left.
It's a run with Mostert.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Tight, 19 tight. Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, here's Jenkins.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
14-yard line.
Looking to throw. Sanders. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that would be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Jenkins going to run it out of the gun.
And some room to work. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
117 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. 19. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Jenkins.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Sanders. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harold Fannin from a yard out. And the Browns are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Now a short one to Gesicki. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines.
Ready?
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on. 60 by 6.
They'll give it to Jenkins. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
7 Pirates. 7. Let's go. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 17-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are. Let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't want this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. Just a split second too late on the release. Well, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
70. Ready, right?
Judkins will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Flacco. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was the big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Ready! Liking 18.
A give. Here's Judkins. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.